All right, kids are going to be heading back to school shortly. It's important to start prepping now for that healthy school year. We're joined by Chloe Rothstein, a pediatric nurse practitioner with Cone Health Piedmont Pediatrics. So let's start just with this. Sleep, right? We want all our kids to sleep. When should parents start getting their kids back on like the school time, and how should they be doing it?
This is a great question, and one we get very frequently in the office. We recommend a week to 2 weeks in advance, starting to gradually get back into your school habits. Doesn't have to happen all at once, but starting to gradually ease the kids back into early bedtime and early wake up is the best.
Okay, so maybe like in 15-minute increments, like this week they should be going to bed 10 or 15 minutes earlier every single night?
Exactly. And so it's not a, 180 when they start school the day of, but they've been getting their body used to the early wake up.
Okay, now there are some parents out there who are like, I'm not ready for the summer to end either. So what happens if they do happen to wait to just a few days before school? What kind of impact could that have on their kid at school?
Unfortunately, this can have effects on behavior and performance in school. So the ability to focus and stay attentive through the entire school day is definitely impacted, as well as performance and ability to kind of sit still and listen to instruction.
Yes, and there's lots of sitting still and listening to instruction, at least for the first week, for sure. Okay, so when school is in session, let's talk about how many hours of sleep is recommended for like the grade school students and the teenage students.
This is a great question. We recommend 9 to 12 hours for kids between 5 and 12. And then around that 13 teenage mark, it's actually 8 to 10 hours. So anywhere in that sweet spot is what we recommend.
Okay, so you've got kind of a span there, but those are good chunks of hours. Definitely 6 hours is not going to be enough for the kid to go to school and to do that. Okay, so kids need to be up to date on their immunizations as well before they head to school. What if you're not sure if your child is caught up?
The first thing you can do is call your child's pediatrician or doctor's office, even if it's family practice, and ask them to have somebody in the clinic review their child's shot records. Oftentimes, kids get notices through school that they might not be up to date. However, they might actually have already gotten the vaccines needed. So just start by calling and asking if you can have a copy of their immunization record or if they are actually up to date. If they are not up to date, you don't have to wait for a well visit to become up to date on your vaccines. You can schedule a shots only appointment at your office, or even go to your county's health department to get caught up on vaccines.
Oh yeah, that's helpful, a shots only appointment, so you can kind of get in, get out, only do what you need to do. All right, how concerning is it for you to kind of be getting behind on delaying those vaccines, or just even on the well child checkup?
Great question. So it's super important to do a yearly or annual physical, as you've heard it said before. This is to keep up to date on vaccines, but also to make sure your child is doing great developmentally and physically. So both things are really important, both components of our health, and it's important to get in that yearly visit to address any concerns you may have about your child, but to also get those necessary vaccines for school.
All right, so we hit sleep, we hit vaccines. Is there like anything that maybe should be top of mind for parents and caregivers when it comes to preparing for a healthy year, but maybe they're not like really thinking about it at this point?
Yeah, so aside from sleep, it's really important to have a good nighttime routine and just routine through the day. Kids oftentimes do really well with a strict routine, whether it be bath time, reading a book, then bedtime, whatever that looks like for your family. Just being consistent is really key. And then making sure to avoid any electronics about 30 minutes before bedtime to help your child wind down and get their brain ready for sleep.
I know they say spice is like the variety of life, but that is not really the case when it comes to kids, is it? They like routine.
Right. Routine is best.
Routine is best. Okay, we're going to continue talking about how to best prep for back to school, and we will be back in just a few moments.